Good evening and welcome to Diane Forrest's 90th birthday show. 90. I mean, it's amazing, isn't it? Just making it to your 90th birthday is amazing, but just imagine going on stage at age 90. You know, it's incredible. As we know, lots of people drop out of the race well before their 90th birthday. But Diane keeps on going. My name's Stephen Clarke. I've worked with Diane for about 7 or 8 years since we first met in Paris. And I've been writing for in all that time, and I've had a great experience working with her. She's very inspiring. You know, but for Diane, 8 years is just a drop in the ocean. As she'll explain to you, you know, that's less than 10% of her showbiz career, you know? So it kind of puts you in your place in a nice way. You know, but one of the best pieces of writing I've done for Diane, if I may say so, was a couple of years ago, I wrote an email to the people at the Guinness Book of World Records saying you really need to put Diane into your book, okay? And so, as she'll explain during the show, she is now, some of you may know this, officially recognized as the world's oldest working female stand-up comedian. She holds the world record, okay? Now, I've just written the sequel to that email, which is I've written to the Guinness saying, what's sex got to do with it? You know, gender is irrelevant. We've Googled around, we can't find anyone anywhere in the world on the comedy circuit who works as hard as Diane and who is a comedian. So I've written saying, look, you've got to give her the title of the world's oldest working comedian, period. Yeah. We'll see what happens, but the most important thing about this, I think, is that effectively, as the world's oldest comedian, every time Diane comes on stage, she is breaking her own world record. So tonight, you are going to see a world record-breaking performance. So, who needs Paris? Who needs the Olympics? You're going to see a world record. So, what I think would be really nice now is if you could break a world record for the world's loudest ever applause and loudest ever cheers as you welcome to the stage the incredible, inspiring Miss Diane Forrest.
Bring me all the way up. Whoop. Wait a minute. Hi, everybody. Hi, everybody. Hi. Can you hear me? Is the mic on? Okay, great. Oh, hi. Well, I'm Diane Forrest, and I'm 90 years old. Well, I like to put it out in my show. Well, I like to put that out right away in case I don't make it through the show. Uh-oh, I know what you're thinking, all of you. Diane, is this your country western era? Huh? Are you opening for Beyonce? Are you going to break into a Texas two-step? No, no, no. At 90, my health insurance doesn't cover the damages. And that's with Medicare Parts A, Parts B, but Part C and D through Z. I got the whole fucking alphabet covered. I wanted to enter to Oklahoma because that musical was the birth of my show business self. I started in a Boston elementary school in 1943 at lunchtime. And when a third grader, Diana Schulman, was called out of class, and the principal told me that my parents were picking me up because Daddy had got hot tickets to the new musical at the Colonial Theater in Boston in tryouts before it started Broadway the next week. Well, I never never saw anything like that in my whole life. I was singing and dancing even before I lost the theater, and I drove my mother nuts. And she said, "Diana, would you please shut up?" I was obsessed with one role, the girl with the bad reputation in the show, Ado Annie, the town slut. And the only slut in the Rodgers and Hammerstein catalog. But once she started singing, I just had to be her. I'm just a girl who can't say no. I'm in a terrible fix. I always say, "Come on, let's go," just when I ought to say nix. When a person tries to kiss a girl, I know she ought to give his face a smack. But as soon as someone kisses me, I somehow sort of want to kiss him back. I'm just a fool when lights are low. I can't be prissy and quaint. I don't know how to faint. How can I be what I ain't? I can't say no. Well, thank you. Well, welcome to my 90th birthday party. You know, I should have said it sooner. You know, but old people forget a lot. And tonight, we're going on a journey back through time to the start of my showbiz career 82 years ago. And if you think those memories are somewhat vague and cloudy, you're wrong. They're completely vague and cloudy. I do come from a musical family. My uncle, Larry Berkowitz, founded the famous Boston College, the Berklee College of Music in Boston. Yeah. And there I was singing and dancing my head off and clearly in need of attention. And my parents gave piano lessons to my brother, who was tone deaf. And during his lessons, I'd hide behind an armchair and I'd listen to him massacre Mozart. But one day when everybody was out of the living room, I crept out behind the armchair and I went on the piano stool and I knew it by memory. You know, I was listening all the time and I wanted to play and I played. Oh, well, what did you think? I was a musical genius? I was 8 years old. And I was behind a chair, and it wasn't even my lesson. But I learned something that day. You know, I'm not a genius. It was my truth. I'm a star. What you gonna do when a fella gets flirty and starts to talk purty? What you gonna do? Supposing he says that your lips are like cherries or roses or berries, what you gonna do? Supposing he says that you're sweeter than cream and you gotta have cream or die, what you gonna do when he talks like that? Spit in his eye. I'm just a girl who can't say no, can't seem to say it at all. I always say, "Come on, let's go," when he is paying a call. For a while, I act refined and cool, sitting on the velvet settee. then I think of that old golden rule and do for him what he would do for me. I can't resist a Romeo dressed in sombrero and chaps. Soon as I sit in their laps, something inside of me snaps. I can't say no. Yeah, thank you. Uh-oh. Stephen, I got a costume change here. Can you untie my plastic chaps? Thank you. Come on, I haven't got all night. I'm 90. When's the last... Oh, you got one off. When's the last time... You're taking my style. Oh, Jesus. Okay, you just cut my line. Okay, I hope his wife is looking. Oh, my hat. Okay. Oh, speaking of my age, when was the last time you saw a 90-year-old woman in chaps? Yeah. Well, but speaking of my age, last year I got a big surprise when I got in the Guinness World Records book as the oldest female stand-up comic in the world. And look, I saw this in Barnes & Noble's, in January, and I said, I can't be in here. And look, there I am. And there's a blurb all about me. I'm famous. There's this. There was another woman, Lynn Ruth Miller, and she held the record. She was 6 months older than me, and, a year ago, she passed away. What a tragedy for her, but a lucky break for me. I love this award, because I see it as a recognition of the fact that I've been working for over 80 years, and I'm still busier than ever. Like I was in all these TV shows, including what's her name? Drew Barrymore Show, and then I was publicized in newspapers and documentaries. Oh, and even last month, I was in a documentary for older women on Tinder. I'm the oldest. But you may not know it, but I got a ton of press because over the past 2 weeks, because I was punched and knocked down in Manhattan by a real asshole. And anyway, the NYPD opened the case, whole case, my case, and there is a detective who's assigned to my case. I have my own detective. And my detective is supposed to be here. Are you here, Detective Mish? Show them your badge. Okay. Well, great. The detective isn't allowed to give any information about the case.
Your case.
Oh, right. Well, right. But I have a question, Detective. I'm the oldest woman on Tinder. I'm the oldest female comedian in the world. Am I also the oldest victim you've ever had?
Fuck yeah.
Oh, and speaking of my age, I want you to hear this.
Staying alive, staying alive.
Staying alive. You know the song, everybody? Well, good. Because Staying Alive is the official song when giving cardiac massage to someone having a heart attack. So there's a good chance you're all going to have to do cardiac massage tonight. Okay, folks? If I suddenly pass out on any of you in the top row, don't worry, it happens all the time. Don't freak out. Just stay calm. Yeah, it's true. Stay calm and sing. Are we ready, everybody?
Staying alive, staying alive.
Staying alive. Oh, hey, come on, sing it like you're keeping me alive, will ya? Let's hear it. Who the hell are you? Everybody.
Staying alive, staying alive.
Staying alive. Oh, great, guys. Thank you. Oh, you can massage my heart anytime. Oh, now back to my story. So, after months of my singing and banging on the piano, I finally got piano lessons. And here's the very first thing I learned. It's what? Okay. I hope that's my next line, right? Oh, yeah. See. Did you see that? Yeah. Okay, then my second lesson was, this is the truth. Day. Everybody. Day. Hey, great, you know my lesson. In a few months, I was playing melodies, and my uncle used me in his promo shots. The beginning of my lifelong love affair with publicity. My feet don't touch the pedals, but I got my own trio. One day I said, Ma, can I learn more songs from Broadway? And she said, we're paying all this money for you to learn Rachmaninoff and Mozart. Are you insane, Diana? But Ma, my friends don't want to hear Rachmaninoff. To which she always replied, then get new friends. But my father said when my mother was out of the house, I could practice the popular songs. I can't give you anything but love, baby, that's the only thing I've plenty of, baby. In 1946, that was as popular as Taylor Swift. Dream a while, scheme a while, we're sure to find happiness, and I guess all those things you've always pined for. Gee, I'd like to see you looking swell, baby. Diamond bracelets Woolworth doesn't sell, baby. Till that lucky day, you know darn well, baby, I can't give you anything but love. Yeah. Thanks. Well, for the first few years, the Berkeley School of Music, my uncle's school, wasn't that well known. So to get free publicity, he hosted a live TV talent show with students from his school, and it played throughout the Boston area. And I got on the show. it wasn't just because I was his niece. He also knew my mother would make his life a living hell if I wasn't on the show. You know, she was pushy AF. Well, the problem was they already had too many piano players for the broadcast. But fear not, because my mother had enrolled me in a drama school to learn pantomime. And at the time, the French mime, Marcel Marceau, was very, very famous. And I was sure that I could perform a funny pantomime. And what could be funnier than pretending to take off my clothes and get in a bath? Well, that Sunday morning, we went to the TV studio. It was packed. Oh, there was even a priest in the front row. And my whole family was there. The first 8 acts were piano players, and then I heard my music, and I began to undress. According to all accounts, I was very good at it. Eventually, I got down to my underwear, and I had just started wearing a bra, so it was very, very hard to get off. I finally got it off! And then I shook my torso, and I shook my torso, and I shook it until my mother yelled from the audience, "Diana, enough, move on!" Gee, I'd like to see you looking swell. I'm down to my underwear. Baby, diamond bracelets, Woolworth doesn't sell. Baby, till that lucky day, you don't time well. Baby, I can't give you anything. I can't give you anything. I can't give you anything but love. I brought down the house. But the producer cut the music, the announcer started the commercial, and my mother dragged me off the stage. "What are you doing to me, Diana? Taking off your clothes in public?" But I said, "Ma, I wasn't taking my clothes off. I was pretending to take them off." "What were you doing throwing your panties to a priest?" I said, "You're Jewish." "Ma, I didn't see a rabbi." "Your show business career is over." Well, my presence here tonight proves who won that battle. My lawyer father, he managed to convince my mother to enroll me in more lessons. Well, I started voice classes, and Miss Ball was fantastic, and I learned to accompany myself on the piano, singing and playing. Oh, I was a natural. I loved the music and the moves. And thanks to my inappropriate mime, I heard the audience, their laughter and applause, and everything was perfect until my mother said, Diana, you got to get rid of your Boston accent. What Boston accent? Diana, you got to get rid of your Jewish accent. What Jewish accent? She found me an elocution teacher. You know, in Boston, in 1949, that's a talent. My mother was pushy AF, and I mean it. Miss Redfern, a proper British lady, taught me how to say words with just enough pretension to be scary. Bath, tomato, no, your lordship, I'm not Jewish. In 1952, I got accepted to Middlebury College in Vermont. It was founded in 1800, a Presbyterian school, by the stuffy upper American classes. And in 1952, when I arrived at Middlebury, it was just like the Mayflower had arrived with a cargo of blondes. I was the only girl who was Jewish in the whole place, and the only one who wasn't blonde. Being Jewish, I didn't get into a sorority, and the guys wouldn't date a brunette. I told my mother my social life sucked, and she said, "Join the choir." So I met with the choir director, Monsieur Berger. He was French, and he asked me to sing a song. So, I can't give you any. He says, no. I want to hear your legitimate voice. He put a book of old songs in front of me on the piano, and he pointed to one, and I said, I can't sing that high. Just try. Drink to me only with thine eyes, and I will pledge with mine, or leave a kiss within the cup, and I'll not ask for wine. You know, I'm 70 years older now, but back in Middlebury, out came this voice I'd never heard. It was high and strong, like, an orgasm. Of course, I didn't know all about that at the time. I wouldn't experience an orgasm until after my first marriage. But that's a story for later. The thirst that from the soul doth rise, doth ask a drink divine. But might I of Jove's nectar sip, I would not change for thine. He said, magnifique, you're in the church choir. I said, the church choir? I don't think I can, Monsieur Berger. Well, why not? I'm Jewish. So he said in a whisper, I'm Jewish too. My real name is Berger, but don't tell anybody. So the choir sang in chapel every day. And I wasn't sure if that was all right, so I called my mother. Ma, I got into the choir. Is it okay for me to sing Christian hymns? And she said, oh, no problem. Just hum when they sing about Jesus. Don't sing any Christian words. Oh, you can sing about God all you want, but don't mention anything in the New Testament. Just hum. Oh, well, some songs were simple. We wish you a merry, we wish you a merry, we wish you a merry, and a happy new year. Some songs were a bit more complicated. Onward, soldiers marching as to war with a cross. Hey, Ma, cross. All right. With the marching on before. Well, for 3 years, there I was, singing and humming my heart out. After college, I told my parents I wanted to go to law school. And Mother said, no, 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 no. Men will think you're too smart, and no one will marry you. Her theory was, why waste time becoming a lawyer when you could marry one? My father found a suitable fiancé, a young lawyer named Irwin Cohen. And in 1958, I was engaged. And we were so innocent. I had never seen a grown man naked, and the one in my imagination didn't look like Irwin Cohen. I told my mother I didn't love him, and she said, "You'll grow to love him." So I played the part of the dutiful fiancé. Oh, you're such a great kisser, Irwin. I love you so much, Irwin. Well, the biggest acting challenge came at our engagement party. They asked me to sing, and I couldn't do some schmaltzy love song when I didn't mean it. I didn't feel that way. It was like I could lie when I was talking, but not when I was singing. I found the perfect song. If I loved you, time and again I would try to say all I'd want you to know. If I loved you, words wouldn't come in an easy way. Round in circles I'd go, longing to tell you, but afraid and shy. I'd let my golden chances pass me by. Soon you'd leave me, off you would go in the break of day. Never, never to know how I loved you. If I loved you. Well, I must have been good because he married me. But Irwin Cohen turned out not to be a great husband. You see, he didn't know how to pleasure a woman, which wouldn't matter ordinarily, except the woman was me. So my mother was wrong. I didn't grow to love him. I grew to leave him. So where does a young divorcee go after the divorce? You're right, the city of lights, Paris. Oh, Paris was la libération. Sex was everywhere. This was the 60s. And in the music and the seductive performers like Josephine Baker. And there was no doubt in Paris that someone would know how to pleasure me. J'ai deux amours, mon pays et Paris, pas eux toujours, mon cœur est ravi. I have two loves, my country and Paris, but I left Boston so I could be free. Boston was surprised that a gal could have two guys, but there in Paris, they said, you're crazy, why not have three? I was so young, Paris seemed so alive. First I had no lovers, pretty soon I had five. As it turned out in Paris, there wasn't just one person who could pleasure me. There was a whole town. French boys wouldn't leave American girls alone. They were always propositioning us, oh, voulez-vous boire une thé, mademoiselle? Ah, voulez-vous coucher avec moi? Finally, a gendarme, a policeman said, just tell those guys to fool a camp. Well, I had no idea what I was saying. What it means was, fuck yourself. Yeah. So I went around Paris, fool a camp, no foulez-moi, foulez-vous. Allez-vous-en, monsieur. Allez-vous-en, go away. Allez-vous-en, monsieur. I have no time for you today. Do me a dear, just disappear, monsieur. Bid me goodbye. Do. Allez-vous-en, please go away, monsieur. Or I may have to go away with you. Do me a dear, just disappear, monsieur. Baby, goodbye. Do. Allez-vous-en, please go away, monsieur. Or I may have to say, fuck you. You guys come every night. Oh, well, in any case, Paris being Paris, I discovered a club where women could meet women. And it was called Elle et lui, she and he. Well, these days it would be called they and them. It was very fluid. They had wonderful shows there. The star singer was Maria Vincent, who became a celebrity when her mafia husband was murdered right in the street. She was like a reality star. And Maria asked if I could sing in French, and I said, bien sûr. She said, sing to the French in French, and they will always love you. Quand il me prend dans ses bras il me parle tout bas. Je vois la vie en rose. Il me dit des mots d'amour, des mots de tous les jours. Et ça me fait quelque chose. Il est entré dans mon cœur un pas de bonheur dont je connais la cause. C'est lui pour moi, m'appelle lui dans la vie. Elle me l'a dit, la juré pour la vie. Et dès que je l'aperçois, alors je sens en moi la vie en rose. Hold me close and hold me fast, the magic spell you cast. This is la vie en rose. When you kiss me, heaven sighs, and though I close my eyes, I see la vie en rose. When you press me to your heart, I'm in a world apart, a world where roses bloom. And when you speak, angels sing from above. Everyday words seem to turn into love songs. Give your heart and soul to me, and life will always be la vie en Yes. Well, the audience loves me. By the time I'd finished, they thought I brought Piaf back to life. At long last, I found my vocation, and it found me. And pretty soon, I was a genuine American chanteuse in Paris. I was having a lot of fun, playing in the nightclubs, and even more playing in the swingers clubs. First I played, and then I played. Well, some of you may have seen me here last year performing right here in Joe's Pub with my show, Swinging on the Seine. Who was here? Thank you. Where the hell was the rest of you? Well, what were you doing last year? Well, like I said in the show, the swinging scene in Paris in the 60s was wild. And I was fooling around with men and women, Parisians, Germans, Spaniards, the Dutch. It was even a smorgasbord of sex. The show had a fabulous theme song. Oh, and since it's about sex, I want to bring up some of my sexiest friends who also play the ukulele. Hey, come on up, guys. Where are you? Come on. Where are you? Oh. Where do I stand? Oh. Well, ladies and gentlemen, for the past 12 years, these guys have allowed me to play in their ukulele show, if not in their bedrooms. Please welcome Sonic Uke. I'm swinging on the sun, just swinging on the sun. I'm naked with strangers in Paris, amen. I'm lying on a bed without any clothes, 40 French asses under my nose. A boob in my eye, a tongue in my ear. I don't have a clue what's going on in the rear. Don't care who's who. Maybe it's you or you. I'm swinging on the Seine. Okay, guys, sing with me. Well, I'm singing on the Seine, just swinging on the Seine. I'm naked with
strangers in Paris, amen.
I was innocent then.
I do it again, swinging on the Seine.
Everybody, you know, I want you to sing with me. Let's do it, guys, and we'll do We're Swinging on the Seine. You got it? Everybody have swung, I know. Are you ready? We're swinging on the Seine, just swinging on the Seine. We're naked with strangers in Paris. We were innocent then, we do it again. Just swinging on the Seine. Again, I didn't hear enough. We're swinging on the Seine. We're swinging on the Seine. We're naked with strangers in Paris. Amen. I do it again.
I do it again.
We're swinging, just swinging on the Seine. Thank you, Sonic Uke. This is Gio, Jason, and Shannon. Woo! Woo! I don't know, is that wrong? That's wrong. Then we gotta have this the right way. No, which way does it go? All right, there we go. Phew. Well, thank you, guys. I was always afraid. They did it for me 30 years ago, and they upstaged me. So I said, you don't better upstage me tonight. It was great performing in the Paris clubs. But soon, I was broke. So I flew home to Boston, and I then moved right away to New York City. And my mother agreed because she figured there were more eligible men in New York. By now, I had an act, and I couldn't wait to break in the biz in New York City, but I had a couple of problems. Number one, my name. My Jewish manager, Cyburn Mom, told me. Yeah, he was Jewish. What do you have? Told me Diana Schulman is too Jewish. It's right up there with Golda Meir. You got a French accent. You need a French name. So I told him that in French, my name was Danielle. And he said, I love it. And he started to book me as Danielle, the French chanteuse. But it turned out I had a second problem. My nose. I wasn't always this adorable. I was doing a gig in New Jersey, in Jersey City, and I had my hair over one eye and the mascara and the tight dress, and I was about to go on when the owner said to me, hey, you look Jewish. You're not Jewish, are you? And I immediately said, oh no, I'm French. He looked at me again and said, oh yeah, I see it now. Apparently, when you look French, you no longer look Jewish. But the booking agent said, "Hey, you got an ethnic nose, get it fixed." I called my mother crying, and she said, "Finally!" I've been telling your father for years you needed a nose job. This will give you a second chance to get a husband, too. Well, at long last, I could pass myself off as a wasp. A French wasp, no less. Danielle, the chanteuse. And I started playing. Well, I started playing in these cocktail lounges. And when you speak and you sing in a different language, the audiences, they somehow assume you can sing in every language. So I brought in my repertoire. Ja. Du legst mir in Herzen, du legst mir im Sinn.
Hey, can you sing in Russian?
Oh, da. Очечония, очеязня, оческрузня, ей прекрасня.
Can you sing in Chinese?
They don't sing in China. They're very serious.
Can you sing in Italian?
Si, volare, oh, cantare, oh.
Can you sing in Hebrew?
Funny you should ask. Whoops. During a trip to the Middle East, in a more peaceful time, I arrived at the Israeli border. And the customs officer, a woman, looked at my passport. "Your name is Schulman, so you're Jewish?" And I thought, is it my imagination, or does everyone ask me that? "Can I have ice cream with my pie? Are you Jewish?" I told the Israeli officer I was Jewish, and she said, "Then speak Hebrew." I said, "I can't speak Hebrew." "A Jew who can't speak Hebrew?" Now the people behind me in line were getting impatient, and I said, "I can't speak it, but I can sing it." ירושלים של זהב ושל נחושת ושלו, הלא להול שירייך אני כינור. The olive trees that stand in silence upon the hills of time, to hear the voices of the city as bells of evening chime, the shofar sounding from the temple to call the world to prayer. The shepherd pauses in the valley, and peace is everywhere. Yerushalayim shel zahar ושל נחושת ושלון, הלא להול שירייך אני כינור. Thank you. Thank you. Well, I've sung my way through customs all over the world. I've traveled everywhere singing and swinging. I felt so free because nobody back home knew what I was doing. especially my mother. Stephen? What? Oh, Jesus, Stephen. Nobody knew except my mother. Mama thinks I'm living in a convent, a secluded little convent in the southern part of France. Oh. Mama doesn't even have an inkling that I'm performing in a nightclub in a pair of lacy pants. So please, sir, if you run it to my mama, don't reveal my indiscretion. Give a working girl a chance. Hush up, don't tell mama. Shush up, don't tell mama. Don't tell mama. Whatever you do, if you had a secret, you bet I would keep it. I would never tell on you. I've broken every promise that she gave me. So won't you do a kindly girl a great big favor? So please, my sweet potato, keep this from my maid, though my dance is pure as mountain snow. If you see my papa, that's all right. He comes in here every night. But don't tell mama what you know. If you see my uncle here and now, oh my God, he's my agent anyhow, but don't tell mama what you know. If you see my granny, suits me fine. Yesterday she joined the line. But don't tell mama, please, sir. Don't tell mama, bitter. Don't tell mama what you know. If you see my mummy, mum's the word. Whoa. 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 Whoever you are. Thank you. Oh, there you are. Thank you, Stephen. Oh, my goodness. Thank you, whoever you are, sir. Oh, dear. So I guess you could say I've been around, but my behavior was saintly compared to these hoes today. I was never videotaped having sex. We didn't have the technology. Oh, my friends, they call me a slut. Yeah, they do, and I tell them, thank you. But they say that because all of them have only slept with their husband their whole lives, whereas I've slept with lots of men's, as well as my friends' husbands. Well, people tell me I'm too old for sex. Well, too old for 3 ways, maybe. But sex? My rule is it ain't over till the fat lady's dead. Of course, I'm on all the dating sites. There's one just for seniors called Our Time. And those people are so ancient, it should be called Our Time Is Up. And after my last physical, my doctor said, oh, Dion, you're in great shape. You know, but at your age, anything can happen. So I want you to start having sex responsibly. Well, I still have sex, but now I do it in a coffin. I like to be prepared. Of course, there's some guys who won't do it in a coffin. I mean, you know why? They're pussies. But then I heard about Tinder, and those guys, well, do it in a coffin, the trunk of a car, in the sewer. Oh, no. I'm not proud of that. Anyway, as you can see, I've been around, and there's always been something about me that attracts sensuous situations. I was well into my 70s, traveling with a group through Israel, and we made a side trip to the lost city of Petra, over 2,000 years old. And we checked into a hotel there, and a fellow by the desk said, "Oh, for an extra $35, you can have a Turkish bath before dinner." We all said, "Oh, no, we're Americans. We don't like people we don't know bathing us." Well, later that day, I passed the entry to the baths again. Oh, and a gentleman said, "Why not come in and take our Turkish bath? If you don't tell the front desk, I'll only charge you $25. Who doesn't love a bargain? So I went in, and I paid my money. He gave me a towel. He said, "Take off all your clothes." And soon I was wrapped into the smallest towel I'd ever seen. Then a tall, dark, handsome, young man came into the room, took me into an alcove with marble benches. And Ahmed, that was his name, and there was nobody there in this room. We were all alone, and he sat me on a marble bench, and a gush of steam shot out in full force. And suddenly, I was towelless. I was completely nude, with the most gorgeous man I'd ever seen massaging my hand. Oh, I felt a burst of passion, immediately followed by a burst of guilt. He was Syrian. I was Jewish. He was 25. I was 76. Well, one thing I know for sure, 25 goes into 76. A lot more than 76 into 25. Ahmed got a bucket of mud. Lie down, mud. And he massaged me with soap and water from my head to my toe and with the mud. And then he said, "Turn over." Turn over? I was stark naked. I turned over faster than a pancake at IHOP on Mother's Day. Ahmed's hands slid all over my breasts and my inner thighs. And wow, I always heard about that proverbial happy ending. I never dreamed I'd be in that position, literally. And then suddenly he said, "Now you rest." And he went off. "Rest? I don't need rest. I need you to come back and finish me." I was feeling done in. Could it win? I'd only ever kissed before. I thought there's no use getting into heavy petting. It only leads to trouble and seat wetting. Now all I want to know is how to go. I've tasted blood and I want more.
More.
I'll put up no resistance. I want to stay the distance. I got an itch to scratch, and I need assistant. Touch it, touch it, touch it, touch it, touch me. I want to be dirty. Fill me, chill me, fulfill me. Creature of the night. Then if anything grows while you pose, I'll oil you up and rub you down.
Down, down, down.
And that's just one small fraction of the main attraction. You need a friendly hand, and I need action. Touch it, touch it, touch it, touch me. I want to be dirty. Thrill me, chill me, fulfill me. Creature of the night. Touch it, touch it, touch it, touch me. I want to be dirty. Thrill me, chill me, fulfill me. Creature of the night. Touch it, touch it, touch it, touch it, touch me. I want to be dirty. Thrill me, chill me, fulfill me. Creature of the night. Creature of the night. Creature of the night. Creature of the night. Well, Ahmed returned with a cup of tea, which I sipped while he patted my nude body dry. I thought, this is going to be it. When all of a sudden, a fat, loud American couple came in saying, "Where's the Mesua? Where's the Mesua?" And Ahmed left and attended to them. And I was left high and dry. And I mean dry, folks. Talk about getting fucked without getting fucked. Well, thank you for coming to my 90th birthday bash. And I hope to see you next year and every year to my 100th birthday when I'm going to do a real striptease. Until then, thank you. Until then, I'm going to keep performing on stage, and I'm still going out with mostly younger guys, not because I want to. Everyone else is dead. And sexually, being older has benefits. Well, I have 3 things that the young women don't have: experience, a pension, and a place in the Hamptons. That makes me, oh yeah, what's the word? Yeah, fuckable, 100%. Fuckable. And the young guys love me. When I go down, I can't get up. You got it? I ain't 16, not a beauty queen, and my eyes are bagging, and my skin is sagging. That's the reason you don't love me. Maybe that's not love. I ain't 20 either, and I don't care neither, and I dye my hair, not just here, but there. If that's the reason you don't love me, maybe that's not love. If you don't think I rock, well, we ain't gonna roll. If you don't wanna pitch my tent, put away your pole. If you want a younger model, I wish you well, sweet pea. 'Cause if you can't see the bag I got, you ain't banging me. Older ladies, older ladies, older ladies, we're divided. My big old breasts droop from my chest, pert near down all the way to my nest. That's the reason you don't love me. Maybe that's not love. If you don't think I'm rock, well, we ain't gonna roll. If you don't find me tasty, don't eat my casserole. If you want a younger model, I wish you well, sweet pea. 'Cause if you can't see the bang I got, you ain't banging me. Everybody, let's sing, older ladies. Let's go, older ladies. Older ladies. Where to buy? Come on, guys, let's go. Older ladies. Older ladies. Older ladies. What are we, ladies? We're divine. Thank you. Thank you. Should I do it? What? I'm still here. Yeah, I'm still here. Good times and bum times, I've seen them all, and my dear, I'm still here. Plush velvet sometimes just pretzels and beer, but I'm here. Danced in my scanties, paid my dues, strummed ukuleles, sung the blues, seen all my dreams disappear, but I'm here. Black sable one day, next day it goes into hawk, but I'm here. Top billing Monday, Tuesday, you're touring in stock, but I'm here. Been called a Jew by kids at school. Our country club had the best pool. Nushing on bagels, I kept cool with a schmear. Nobody dreamed I was queer, but I'm here. I got through. Hey lady, aren't you who's it? What a looker you were. Or better yet, oh sorry, I thought you were who's it? Whatever happened to her? I've been through Reno, I've been through Beverly Hills, and I'm here. Free furs and vino, free love and birth control pills, and I'm here. I've run the gamut from A to Z. 3 cheers and damn it, c'est la vie. I got through all of last year, and I'm here. Lord knows at least I was there, and I'm here. Look who's here. I'm still here. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks for coming. Thank you. I want to congratulate my new piano player, Dan Furman, and my two directors, Eric Kornfeld and Stephen Clarke. All right, thank you. Thank you. And if we time upstairs, we can go up to the bar and get together. Thank you all so much. Bye-bye. Thank you. Oh.